Okay, so in order to joint my boards, these are all rough cut lumbers. I just finished planing them. What I'm doing is this here will cut right to the edge from the blade, as you just seen. So I line these up and I just test my fingers underneath and get as little as I can over the edge the entire length. I push down on the board and tighten down my clamps. So the clamps are tight. Just check them again. See if there's any adjustments, if I can make it a little bit less. I want to save as much wood as possible. A little far off. Right. And I just have a chair back here or whatever you want to use to, and all that does is gives me a little bit of an extra hand. On the bottom of this I have a track that runs the entire length into the table saw track. So I just line it up into the track, get ready for the cut. Take the board off and put it in the file. Do my next board. So the last board is a little bit wider, a little bit too wide. So, and by too wide, I mean, I put it on here, I'm going to be cutting off a lot because of the restriction I have from my clamp. So, what I'm going to do with this one, a little bit different, same concept. I'm going to take off my handles, my clamps. Put them in a safe place. Take my board, line it up on it. I'm going to screw a spot that I'm probably going to use as a trim off anyway. Oops, I cracked it. Again, doesn't matter. I'm going to be trimming this off. It's all waste, so who cares? I just need to hold it still. I'm also going to move this end as close as I can, make sure the entire length is coming off the edge. Basically, the concept is I just need to cut a straight edge. I got to make sure the blade cuts the entire length. So there, that's not going to move. I'll run this one. Okay, for the next step, what I'm going to do is now that I have one side jointed, one nice flat end, I'm going to measure across the length of the board. And here I have 6 3/4. I'm going to go down the entire board. Here I have 7. Here I have 7.5. So you can see it gets thicker. The most I can get 7.5 out of this. So what I have a couple options here. I can, if I need a 7.5 and I wanted to use this board in separate ways, I would cut it in separate pieces. Because of this big knot in the middle, I might do that. So I might go 7. I kind of like that knot though. It's a shame to cut something you're not sure what you're going to do with it. I don't know if I can fill that. If you guys know ways to fill knot holes like this, go ahead and post a comment. Let me know. I'm not really sure how I'd do that. I guess maybe if I cut that out and fit something in there, but for now, I'm just going to cut this board to have a board. So I'm going to lose an inch. I'm going to go with 6.5 inches all the way across. So I get the width that I want. I'm going to go ahead and from the inside of the blade, tooth, make sure it's the tooth that you're measuring from. Move your fence. To 6.5. Common mistake sometimes people have is sometimes when you're setting your fence, you can push on the T here and it'll straighten a little bit. You lose an 1/8 of an inch, a 1/16 of an inch. So make sure it's nice and straight, and you've already done that. So you don't lose that and then not measure it and not see. So there's 6.5 on the back tooth, 6.5 on the front tooth. So now I have a parallel cut. I'm going to lock my fence down, and then I'm going to just take the measurement one more time, and just to make sure that we'll lock in the fence, nothing moved, and we're good to go. So I got a 6.5 inch here. The general rule for cutting a board is you want a sawtooth above. I go a little bit higher than that, especially for these boards because there's a little bit of bow in them sometimes. So I don't want to have to, like you saw earlier, I had to adjust the blade height. Okay, so all ready for the cut. I got my brush sticks handy. I'm going to put this one over here because this is the one I'll grab on this side and this one over here. Visualize the cut before you make it. You don't want something to happen and then try and figure out what to do at that point. You want to visualize everything and know how this entire cut's going to go before making it. It just helps keep it clean. So that went pretty good. You want to keep a consistent speed. Also, you'll notice I did not use my push sticks. Generally, if I have lots of room, like here I have 6.5 inches, I felt pretty comfortable just pushing my hand through here. Sometimes though, at all times, they're good to have handy. And just in case you feel uncomfortable, you change your mind during the cut.